And back live here at Hall of Fame Stadium in Oklahoma City. Quick turnaround for all of you that have been watching on SiloRebels.tv this afternoon. The Rebels soft baseball team just a few minutes ago at the Brick finishes off a 2-1 walk-off seventh inning win on a solo home run by Connor Proctor to win the state championship. And if you were following along, heard the whole broadcast here on SiloRebels.tv. And we've made the quick journey to Hall of Fame Stadium now. And we are set for softball state championship action. And the Silo Lady Rebels trying to duplicate the state title of their baseball brethren, and they will go against the Morrison Lady Wildcats here this evening as the starting lineups being introduced. We're still getting set up here in the booth for this audio broadcast only, once again, due to OSSAA regulations, but we'll keep you informed free of charge what's going on here in Oklahoma City as the Lady Rebels look to take home 2 state titles today. Back to Silo. We'll take a look at the lineups here in just a moment. Morrison the lineups being introduced for Morrison. Silo's going to be a home team on the scoreboard, as you see out there. And they are being introduced, the starting lineups for the Lady Rebels. Silo victorious yesterday, 8-6 over Amber Pocasset to punch their ticket into the state finals. They defeated Dale 8-3 on Thursday. And they'll face a Morrison squad that upset Latta yesterday to get into this state championship contest. Lineups being introduced. And finally, the pitcher for the Lady Rebels, it's going to be Christina Clark once again, getting her 3rd start. She's gone complete game the last 2 days to get Silo to this championship contest. We're going to pause here for the national anthem while we try to catch our breath for just a minute. After that dramatic finish to the, no, they're going to skip the national anthem. So, not going to have national anthem. They're going to just play ball. And getting set to go as the warm-up's taking place here. Kevin Farr high atop Hall of Fame Stadium here in Oklahoma City. The Lady Rebels with a 35-7 season record. And let's see. Let's look at Morrison's real quick. For the Morrison Lady Wildcats, they won District 2A2. 32-5 is the season record. They defeated Minko in the opening round of the tournament, 7-4. Then Latta yesterday, 3-2 in that contest. JT Freeman is the head coach of the Lady Wildcats, and we are just about set for the first pitch. Hope you enjoyed the baseball action, and we're here for softball play as well. The Lady Rebels ready to get things going. Paris Warner is the leadoff batter, and she will swing on the first pitch from Christina Clark and foul it back to the screen. We're underway here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Christina Clark, 24-3, the season record with a couple of saves, making her 32nd appearance of the year. 165 2/3 innings for Clark, a 1.30 earned run average. She's allowed 30 runs, 24 earned on 85 hits, and that pitch is bunted at and missed by Warner, and it's strike two. Clark 216 strikeouts and 22 walks on the season. 0-2 the count to Paris Warner. Take a look at the Lady Rebel defense in just a moment as the pitch from Clark here is outside. Charlie Hampton at third base. It's Lexi McDonald at short. The second baseman is Shaylin Midgley, and at first base is Michaela Clark. Once again behind the plate, the sophomore Avery Beecham. And then in the outfield, it's Savannah Babb in left, Cash Atwood in center, and the right fielder is Haley Cisco. And the next pitch just misses for a ball. 2-2 the count. We'll keep an eye on the pitch count for Christina Clark. There's no limit, but she has thrown a lot of pitches. Here's a ball hit to third, and diving stop by Charlie Hampton, and it deflects off her glove. She slips and falls there, trying to field that one, and the first runner is aboard for Morrison. I don't know if they're going to charge an error on that or not, and they do charge an error to Hampton on that first pitch, or the first batter, excuse me. Morrison with a runner aboard. First batter against Clark, and the next one's going to line a hit into right center field for a base hit. Runner goes to third. There's first and third with nobody out here in the opening inning. And Morrison threatening. September Flanagan, the next batter for Morrison. Didn't have a chance, time to get the lineups. Missed that batter there on the hit by Morrison, first hit of the contest. But the Lady Wildcats threatening here. First two batters reach base against Christina Clark. And here's the next pitch for first pitch to Flanagan. It's a called strike. Clark's done a good job the last couple of days working out of some big jams, and already in one here in the opening inning. Next pitch to Flanagan, swing and a miss. Clark pulled the string on that one. It's 0-2. Here's the next one, and that one's outside. Count goes to 2-1. Let's see, that batter, that was Ronnie Hughes that got the base hit for Morrison. She's at first base. 1-2 the count. Here's Clark's next pitch, swung on and fouled to the backstop. That remains 1-2. We saw Clark have run into some early difficulty on Thursday. She gave up 3 runs to Dale in the first inning, but then settled in after that and shut out the Lady Pirates after the opening frame. Pitch to Flanagan, just misses outside. Yesterday, Clark was cruising along until the 7th after getting out of a few early jams, but then ran into trouble in the 7th. Here's a ground ball to short. McDonald goes to second for 1. Here's the throw to first, not in time. Flanagan beats it out, but a run will score, and Morrison ahead early on, 1-0. Fielder's choice there. They get the force at second as McDonald goes to Midgley. And the first pitch is a strike called to Audrey Warner. Swing and a miss there. Count out 0-2 to Warner. Next pitch from Christina Clark, and that just misses off the outside corner for a ball. Tried to get Warner to chase that pitch away. Here's the next one. Comes back inside, and that one too far inside. It's 2-2. One on, one out here in the first, and one in as that pitch misses. 3-2. So 3 straight. Clark trying to get Warner to chase one. And the count is full. Payoff pitch this time. Swung on, popped up, foul ground, and it's going to get out of play. Lady Wildcats with a run on a hit and an error thus far. Here's Clark. Pitch swung on, ground ball to short, goes to second for 1, does McDonald, and the throw to first is not in time as Warner down the line. It took a little bit of time for Lexi to get that one out of her glove, but they get the force at second. There's 2 gone. Haley Vaughn, the next batter for Morrison. Vaughn, a junior. And the pitch is fouled off the right side, not a play. Here's the next one. Ground ball to second. Midgley comes up with it, goes to first, and the out is recorded. Vaughn is retired to end the opening inning, but Morrison picks up a run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and a runner left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Morrison 1, Sato coming to bat. When we come back here on SatoRebels.tv and the Squirtle Network. Going to the bottom half of the first inning. It's the normal lineup for the Lady Rebels to try to start things. Shaylin Midgley to lead off here in the first, the senior second baseman. Let's see, in the pitching circle for Morrison is Haley Vaughn. Vaughn, the junior, and actually, they didn't have the right pitch card, apparently. They had to take time out and get Vaughn the correct pitch card out there. And here's the first pitch to Midgley. It's taken for a strike call. Shaylin on the season, batting at 475, and she'll watch that pitch low for a ball. 475, 9 doubles, 4 triples, a home run, 18 RBIs. Leads the team with 54 runs scored, and also the stolen base leader. Next one's hit into left field, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder for Morrison. That one hung up to left, and making the catch was Lainey Bossler. Bossler with the grab in left field. Brings up Avery Beecham. Beecham batting at .414 after yesterday's semifinal win. She's got 7 doubles. And she'll take the first pitch for a strike call. 0-1 the count from Vaughn. And the next one swung on. It's popped up. Left side, foul, or in shallow left field, and back is the shortstop. Catch is made. There's 2 outs. So far, both Lady Rebel batters have gotten under the ball on the hit. Both to left field. Now comes up the left-hand hitting Lexi McDonald to face Vaughn. Now Vaughn didn't like the pitch selection. She calls time. Steps off the pitching rubber. Lexi hitting at .580, and she'll watch that one in the dirt. 17 doubles to lead the team, 3 triples. Team high 45 RBIs for the Oklahoma State commit. Here's the 1-0 from Vaughn, and it's a strike call. Evens the count as the sun starts to set here in Oklahoma City. Nothing but shade across the diamond here at Energy Field as this one fouled on the left side. Just barely foul. It's coming up with the third baseman, but snags it in foul ground. It was September Flanagan, the third baseman for Morrison. That moves the count to 1-2. Here's the next pitch. It's upstairs. 2-2. Vaughn gets a sign, the pitch home, and she pulled the string on that one. McDonald goes down swinging for out number 3. Just a second strikeout of the season on for Lexi. And Salo is retired in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the second inning. Morrison with a 1-0 lead over the Lady Rebels. Back with more right after this break. And there's the first pitch of the second inning to Kelly Veit, and it misses for a ball. And that one's inside for ball 2. Two-0 the count. Clark has thrown a lot of pitches through the first 2 rounds of this tournament, and that one's fouled off. Straight back by Veit. Moves the count to 2-1. And the next one, and there's a strike call. Next pitch fouled off. Veit hangs tough there at 2-2. Christina, 128 pitches yesterday against Amber Pocasset in the complete game performance. On Thursday, she threw 109. That's 237 over those 2 days. And now seems to be laboring just a bit here in the in this contest. It's not working ahead in the count as much. And here's a ground ball hit to third. Hampton fields it, and the throw over is wide at first base. Hampton with the backhand stop, but the throw was wide on the attempt to get Veit at first base, and leadoff batter is aboard for Morrison once again on an error. Now we've got time called. Not sure what this is all about. The umpires discussing something. And they are going to call a foul ball. Oh, they're going to bring, well, I think they're going to bring Veit back. They're going to say that ball was foul, apparently. Yep, they're going to bring her back. The Morrison coach is upset about it. It was a backhand stop by Hampton right at the bag. And the third base umpire overrules the home plate umpire and says it's foul. So Lady Rebels catch a break there. Next pitch to Veit, swung on. Hit in the air to center field. Back is Atwood, makes the grab, and the Lady Rebels catch a break, get the leadoff batter out on a fly to center by Veit. That's going to bring up Riley Hughes. And it looked like that ball was fair that Veit hit, but on the backhand stop by Hampton, but it was right at the bag. Now Riley Hughes watches the first pitch from Clark outside. Here's the next one, swing and a miss. Hughes way out in front of that one. And the next one is a called strike. One and two the count to Riley Hughes. And the next one just misses. Morrison's Haley Vaughn, she's similar situation as Christina Clark. She has gone the distance in both games for the Lady Wildcats as a swing and a miss for strike 3. That ball was moving from Clark. Strikes out Hughes. So there's 2 outs here in the second. And it's Lainey Bosler. She had the walk-off hit to win it over Latta yesterday, and she takes the first pitch in there for a strike called. Oh, 1 the count, although the scoreboard says 1-0, and that one's fouled as well. 0-2. Here comes the next pitch from Christina, and that one misses just off the outside corner. Trying to get her to chase one there. The count now 1-2 to Bosler, and this pitch swung on. It's hit to short. Ground ball fielded there. McDonald over to first in time. Lady Wildcats are retired in the second inning. Morrison goes down. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom of 2. It's Morrison 1 and Silo nothing. So it's going to be Charlie Hampton to lead off here in the second inning. To face Haley Vaughn. Talked about Vaughn going the distance in the first 2 games as well. And her pitch count is way up there also. So maybe just a matter of endurance. See who can outlast who. Vaughn, the junior, in the circle as that first pitch from Hampton is fouled. Off the left side now to play. Vaughn 121 pitches in the opening round against Minko. And that pitch misses high. Silo Spirit section has made the trek over. Got here just in time for the start of this one after the baseball dramatic finish down the street. In fact, the Rebel baseball team is still in uniform down there, cheering on the softballers. Vaughn 108 pitches yesterday. Pitch was fouled off by Hampton. It's 1-2, and the next one that misses outside. 2-2 the count. Morrison out to the early lead here. And this one is going to be fouled back and out of play. Hampton hangs alive at 2-2. Next pitch swung on, and it is foul on the right side. That's going to get out of play as well. Hampton has spoiled a couple now. Lady Rebels did a nice job, especially at the bottom of the order yesterday, really working counts, working deep into counts. Vaughn didn't like that softball. She wants another one. Here's the next pitch. That change up, and Hampton just got a piece of it. The bright glare off the scoreboard out there in our screen. No video allowed due to OSSA regulations. We told you that the last couple days. Here's one line down the left field line for a base hit. It's going to be extra bases for Hampton. She's motoring to second base with a stand-up double. Smashed it down the left field line into the corner. And Charlie Hampton leads off here in the second inning with a double. And Sato has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Going to bring up Michaela Clark now. Big hit by Hampton there. She was batting at .376 coming into today's action. Let's see, Clark on the season hitting at .225. She does have 21 RBI. She's going to square and bunt, and it's foul. Looking for a sacrifice bunt right here to move Hampton to third. Let's see, on the season, Clark leads the team in sacrifice bunts. She's got 7. Looking for a big number 8 here to move Hampton over to third base with less than 2 outs. Fouled off the first one. She squares, now pulls back and takes the pitch inside from Vaughn. Count now 1-1. Last game of the day here at Hall of Fame Stadium. This 2A state championship. It's bunted, goes to the pitcher, and she won't even look at third. Going to first for the out. And the sacrifice is successful by Michaela Clark. Hampton moves over to third base. And that's going to bring up Bree Ginn. The freshman Bree Ginn, big spot here. A chance to put the Lady Rebels on the board in the second inning and tie the game. There's 1 out, 237 the average. She bunts. It's right in front of the plate. Hampton has to hold, and the throw to first is in time to get Ginn. She bunted it, but it was right in front of the plate, and the catcher was able to come out and field. Hampton had to turn around and go back, or else would have been a dead duck at the plate. Ginn got the bunt down, but just not quite far enough. Haley Cisco, the next batter. Infield all the way in against Cisco, who handles the bat well, and definite bunt candidate is also, and she watches that pitch on the outside corner for a strike from Haley Vaughn. So unable to get Hampton home on that one from Ginn. See what Cisco can do with 2 outs, and she'll swing and miss on the next pitch. Oh, 0-2. 2 outs here in the second. The next pitch is ground ball to third, fielded by the third baseman. The throw high, it's high. Cisco is safe at first base. She goes on to second, and the throw gets away at second base. Cisco gonna hang there at second. Back-to-back errors, 2 in 1 play for Morrison. Cisco She's calling time. She needs a breather here. The Lady Rebels have tied it. Cisco with the ground ball to third and scores the run as the throw went high from the third baseman Flanagan. So into scoring position. I guess they're just going to charge the one error. But the throw did get away going to second base as Cisco tried to advance on to second and did. First pitch here to Savannah Babb is high. Babb has a chance to give the Lady Rebels the lead. Savannah swings and fouls it off the right side. Babb hitting at .205 for the season, 12 RBIs. $13 would be a big one right here for Savannah, the senior left fielder. The pitch is low. So the Lady Rebels don't waste the leadoff double by Hampton. She ends up scoring on the error, and Sato ties it up. Both teams have taken advantage of an error to score a run. Pitch from Vaughn, and it misses outside. 3-1 the count to Babb. On deck is Cash Atwood. Lady Wildcats are going to call time as the catcher goes out to the pitching circle. It's going to allow Babb to go talk to Coach Mike Wallace in the third base coaching box. Silo has rallied to tie the score at 1-1 here in the second. Next pitch, swung on, ground ball to third. It fielded fair, throw a little bit high again, but saved by the first baseman. She gets her foot down on the bag, and Babb is retired for the third out of the inning. But not before Silo scores a run. On one hit, there was an error and a runner left. All knotted at one as we head to the third inning here from Hall of Fame Stadium in Oklahoma City. Back with more on SoloRebels.tv. Here we go to the third inning. It's Lakin Hicks as the batter, and the Lady Rebels are going to change pitch cards, it would appear. And as Christina Clark gets a new card for her wristband. Lakin Hicks is the hitter for Morrison. Top of the third inning. The pitch home, swung on, popped up. Right side of the infield. Midgley's got a play on it, and she makes it for out number one. One pitch, one out here in the third. So the first batter is retired on one pitch. We're toward the bottom of the order. It's Paris Warner, I believe, at the plate. And she'll swing on the first pitch and foul it off the left side. Way out in front of that one is Warner. A few Warners on this squad. I mentioned did not have a time to get even get the lineup before the start of this game as that pitch fouled back and out of play. As a lightning quick turnaround getting to Hall of Fame Stadium from Bricktown after the dramatic finish to the baseball state finals, which Silo won it 2-1 on a walk-off homer by Kyler Proctor in the seventh. Pitch high for a ball to Warner. It's 1-2. Here's the next one from Clark. It's upstairs. They say check to see if she went around, and she did not, according to the first base umpire. That evens the count at 2-2. A lot of ones there on the scoreboard. Both teams with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Here's the next one. Ground ball past the diving Midgley at second base into right field for a base hit. So the leadoff, second batter, there's 1 out. Got the first out. Warner grounds a single through for a hit. Second hit of the game for the Lady Wildcats. Kaylee Rupp, the next hitter, the shortstop. Now at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Clark pulled the string again on that one. And the next one misses for a ball. Here's the next one. It's way outside. Two and one the count. Rupp the hitter, 1 on, 1 out here in the third. The next pitch from Clark, and it's inside. Just misses. 3-1. Next pitch swung on, popped up, shallow left field. Racing out is McDonald. She's not going to get there. It looked like Babb might have a chance at it, but McDonald called for it early, and Babb stayed put instead of risking running into Lexi McDonald in shallow left field, and it falls for a hit. Lady Rebels playing very deep in the outfield. I don't know if Babb would have got there, though. He's only about 10 feet in front of the fence out there and left. And there's a swing and a miss. Rupp with the single. Back-to-back hits with 1 out. And Clark in a little bit of jam once more. And there's another swing and a miss. That one have some movement on it. September Flanagan, the batter. 0-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Flanagan goes down swinging. Chased that one up and out of the zone. Clark with a big strikeout right there for the second out. There's 2 gone here in the third. Audrey Warner, the next hitter. And she will watch the first pitch, and it's a little bit low. Now Clark has her sign. The next one, and it's a strike called. Warner watches it all the way. Evens the count at 1-1. Here's the next pitch, and it just misses outside. 2-1 the count. Here's one ripped foul down the left field line. Oh, Warner jumped on that one. Evens the count at 2-2. Clark comes back with the pitch. Swung on, popped up, shallow left field, and McDonald's got room to make the catch on that one for the third out of the inning. Morrison is turned back in the third. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of 3. Still tied at 1-1. Bottom of the third inning. And it's going to be Cash Atwood to lead off for Silo, and then the back to the top of the order. 9-1-2 coming up for the Lady Rebels here in the third. Morrison with the run on 3 hits and an error. Silo with the run on 1 hit and 1 error. It's been a dramatic day here on SiloRebels.tv and continuing on into the night with not many runs scored thus far. And that pitch by Atwood is fouled at the plate. Rebel baseball team was 2-1 winners in the state finals. This one is 1-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Atwood. Swung on and a pretty good hack at that one and fouls it back and out of play. The freshman Atwood. Here's the next pitch, swung on. It is lined into center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Atwood lines one into center field as coming charging in was the center fielder and could not get there. Diving attempt. It falls in front. Atwood with a leadoff single here in the third. And the Lady Rebels have something working now. With the top of the order coming up. Shaylin Midgley at the plate. The senior UCO commit. And she watches the first pitch from Vaughn for a strike called. I put ball on the scoreboard, but it was definitely called a strike. That hit by Atwood, the second of the game for the Lady Rebels. Looking for a run to take the lead. Vaughn, had her sign. Now Midgley calls time, steps out. Now we're ready to go. Here's the pitch home. It's outside for a ball. Count out 1-1. Scoreboard operator has fallen asleep. Here comes Vaughn's next pitch. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Fielded by the shortstop. Goes to second for one. And no chance at the double play as Midgley was down the line quickly. And sliding hard in the bag was Atwood anyway. But they weren't going to have a chance for two as Midgley was quickly down there. But there's one out. Avery beats him, the next hitter. Now, Midgley, the leader in stolen bases on the team with 20, and she's going. The ball's in the dirt. Midgley's going to steal second. I say that, 20 stolen bases, but she has not had any the last couple of weeks when she has been nursing a leg injury, but she was off and running there on the first pitch, and she steals second base. In scoring position with one out for Beecham. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit well to left. Backing up is the left fielder. She's not going to get there. It's off the fence. Here comes Midgley around third. She'll score. The Lady Rebels lead on an RBI double from Avery Beecham off the left field fence. Beecham drilled that one over the head of the left fielder who was giving chase but couldn't get to it. That brings up Lexi McDonald with a chance to add to the lead. Beecham in scoring position at second. McDonald 45 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch from Vaughn. It's low and inside. That RBI by Beecham, her 26th of the season, 8th double for Avery. That puts Silo ahead. Vaughn doesn't like the sign. Now, still asking toward the dugout. McDonald steps out. Now we're ready to go. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that one had Lexi tied up, and she fouls it at the plate. Came inside on that one. 1-1 the count. Here's Vaughn's next pitch. Swung on, pulled, foul. And Lexi, she smoked that one, but pulls it foul. Rolls all the way down into the right field corner. The left hand hitting McDonald. Big crowd on hand here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Here's the 1-2 pitch to McDonald, swung on. It's drilled right at the first baseman, who catches it for the out and goes to second. Double play. A line drive double play. And Beecham, scrambling back, could not get there, is doubled off. But the Lady Rebels take the lead in the third. A run on 2 hits. And we go to the fourth. Silo leading 2-1 here in the Class 2A state championship. So the pitcher, Haley Vaughn's going to lead off here in the fourth inning for Morrison to face Christina Clark. She'll bunt the first pitch. Coming out is Beecham fields it, goes to first, and not in time. Caught the Lady Rebels a little bit by surprise right there. And Morrison has the leadoff batter aboard here in the fourth. Fourth hit of the game for the Lady Wildcats on that bunt single by Haley Vaughn, the pitcher. And the pitch here from Clark is a strike called. Batting now is Kelly Veit. And Veit, she had a home run in the Thursday win over Minko. She has some good power, and she's going to foul this one off. Just barely got a piece of that one off the end of the bat. That ball moving from Clark. Next pitch from Christina. Grounded foul on the right side. Here's the next one, inside and hits her. Hit by the pitch, and Riley Hughes comes up. There's 2 on and nobody out. Once again, Clark going to have to pitch her way out of a major jam. Riley Hughes, the hitter. Lady Rebels in at the corners. Expecting a bunt, and they get it. Fielded there by Beecham. Goes to first for 1. And that's it. Sacrifice is successful by Riley Hughes. But that moves the tying run to third. The go-ahead run to second for Morrison. Here in the fourth, Lainey Bosler, who had the walk-off hit to win it over Latta yesterday, steps up. Silo still in on the corners. Here comes the pitch from Clark, and it's a called strike. On the inside corner. Next one's misses outside as Bosler squared. The runner was coming, but gets back. Scrambles back. They had the safety squeeze on. And we've got a check there, see if she pulled back, and they say she did. So the count 1-1. The pitch swung on, popped up, left side coming in. Charlie Hampton can't make the catch. Oh. New life for Bosler. She pops that one up. Hampton was racing in. Had it in her glove for a second, couldn't hang on. Still 0-2 the count. Or no, actually it's 1-2 now. As that pitch was the 1-1. Say she didn't go around before that. Next one swung on. It's hit to the right side. Caught by Midgley. A soft liner to Midgley. And there's 2 outs. Thought that one might find a hole there, but it hung up. And Bosler didn't get much of it. And it's going to bring Lakin Hicks to the plate. See if Clark can pull one out once again of the fire. And there's a swing and a miss by Hicks. Christina's done it time and time again the last few days. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed by Hicks. It's 0-2. 1 strike away from dodging another bullet. Clark has her sign. The pitch home. It's high for a ball. Here's the next pitch. It's outside. 2-2. Christina has her sign. And the next offering swung on. Popped up right side. Caught by Michaela Clark for out number 3. And Christina wiggles out of another jam in the 4th. No runs. A hit. And 2 runners left on for Morrison in the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Silo up 2-1 here in the Class 2A state championship game. Four, 5, and 6 batters due up for Silo here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Glad you're along with us tonight on SiloRebels.tv. It's free audio broadcast for you. And the pitch to Hampton is a swing and a miss. High atop Hall of Fame Stadium here in Oklahoma City. Kevin Farr along with you tonight. The Class 2A state championship game. The 0-1 now from Vaughn, and it's taken strike 2 to Hampton. Nothing in 2 the count. Charlie had a big double to lead off the second, and Sato eventually scored the tying run. Now behind in the count at 0-2. A pitch upstairs. 1-2 to Hampton. Here's Vaughn's next offering. Swing and a miss. She gets Charlie swinging on that one. And there's one out. Michaela Clark, the next batter. Clark had a sacrifice fly. Or excuse me, a sacrifice bunt her last time. Team leading 8 of the season. Steps in against Vaughn, and Haley Vaughn's pitch is inside. We'll see about the stamina for both these pitchers as we go along here. And there's another one, misses away, 2-0. To Clark. Next pitch, and it's down Main Street for a strike. 2-1 the count. One out here in the fourth. Clark squares, pulls back, swings, and she's going to loft this one to shallow right field, but back is the second baseman who makes the catch for out number 2. Thought that one might get over the head of the Morrison second baseman, Paris Warner, at first, but then it held up, and Warner was able to get out there and make the grab. There's 2 gone. Bree again, the next hitter. And the pitch from Vaughn is upstairs. 1-0. Next one swung on. It's lined into left field for a base hit. Over the head of the shortstop. Again with the hit. The freshman with a 2-out single. It's going to bring Haley Cisco to the plate. Vaughn, 52 pitches thus far tonight. And there's 53 is outside. Talked about the pitch counts for both the pitchers tonight over the last couple of days. Vaughn with over 230 coming into today. And there's one by Cisco, fouled off the left side. Haley, yesterday we saw Haley with some classic pesky at-bats. And she kept fouling off pitch after pitch. He ended up working a couple of really good at-bats. And she watches that one for a strike. It's 1-2. Here's the next pitch, swung on and fouled at the plate. And there we go again. Cisco fighting off pitches. Talked about 56 for Vaughn, but Christina Clark up at 72 pitches through 4 innings. A big number for the senior, and that pitch hits Cisco. So she fights off a couple once again and draws a free pass. This time she's hit by the pitch. To put 2 runners on base for Silo with 2 outs. Talked about it's all about stamina for these 2 pitchers. Clark now over 300 pitches for the tournament. And let's see, we're going to have time called, and looks like we're going to have a runner. And it's going to be Josie Savage going to run at second base for Bree Ginn. Savage going to pinch run. So Mike Lawless going to his best pinch runner here for Ginn. 2 outs here in the 4th with Savannah Babb at the plate. Babb, the senior, looking for a 2-out hit to tack on a run. The pitch from Vaughn, and it misses for a ball. Low. See, Savannah batting at 205. She's got 12 RBIs. The next pitch, and there's a swing and miss by Babb. It's 1-1. Both teams with 4 hits. Both teams with 1 error. But Silo with a 2-1 edge in runs. Would like to make it 3 here. The pitch home, and it's a called strike to Babb. That went on the inside corner. 1-2 now the count. Vaughn's next pitch swung on and pulled foul. Good rip at that one by Savannah. She fouls it off into the bleachers down the left field line. Vaughn over 60 pitches in the game now. Here's the 1-2, and it's a ball. Just missed. Oh, that one was close. Morrison crowd not happy. Letting the umpire know about it. They thought it was strike 3. That one was very close on the outside corner. The 2-2 pitch swung on. It's lofted into center field, and racing over the center fielder makes the catch on the run. Oh, man, Babb got a hold of that one. But the Morrison center fielder runs it down in the left center gap. Like Riley Hughes got a late break on it, but she was able to just get there for the catch for the 3rd out, or else the Lady Rebels are scoring at least 2 there. Seidel leaves 2 in the 4th. We go to the 5th. Lady Rebels leading 2-1. And the Lady Rebels are going to make a pitching change here with a 2-1 lead going into the fifth. It's going to be Charlie Hampton coming into pitch. Mentioned Christina Clark. She's over 300 pitches for the weekend. But don't be surprised if she re-enters or comes back into pitch. She's now playing at first base. Hampton on the season making her 20th appearance. 70 and a third innings, a 2.68 ERA for the junior. And the first pitch here is a strike call to Paris Warner. Hampton, 38 runs allowed, 21 earned, 47 hits, struck out 68, and walked 31. It's really been Charlie's Achilles heel, those walks. And here's off speed, and Warner starts the bunt, pulls back, takes it for a ball upstairs. 1-1 the count. So Coach Mike Lawless trying to buy some time with Hampton. With Clark laboring. Here's one hit at the plate, comebacker to the pitcher, and I think that one was foul. Yeah, they let the play go on, but it was a foul ball off the batter. Home plate umpire did not make a call, but the first base umpire did. So Warner at the plate. It's the top of the Morrison order here. The pitch, that's off speed, outside for a ball. Count evens at 2-2. We saw the baseball game earlier this afternoon, and the Rebels bought some time with the relief pitcher in that one. And here's one, comebacker to Hampton, throws the first in time. Warner is retired. That one off the hands of Warner. And Charlie gets a ground ball for out number one. One out here in the fifth. And it's Kaylee Rupp at the plate. Pitch from Hampton is high for a ball. Talked about that baseball game. The Rebels bought some time as Easton Ford came in and got them a couple of big outs to start the seventh for Kyler Proctor. Returned for a big strikeout to end the top of the seventh inning and give Silo a chance to win in the bottom of the seventh, and they did just that on his solo home run to walk it off. That pitch was fouled at the plate by Rupp. It's 1-1. See what Hampton can do here. Big sticks in the order for Morrison coming up. Next pitch from Hampton, swung on, hit well to left. Backing up is Babb at the fence, makes the catch. Rupp gave it a ride, but Babb, playing deep, makes the catch at the fence and left for out number two. And everybody, all the Silo fans in attendance, held their collective breath on that one as that ball was hit well to left field, but stayed in the park. September Flanagan now batting with 2 outs. The pitch from Hampton, that off speed in there for a strike called. I think the Rebel student section may be taking a break. They finally sat down. They've been standing through the last several innings of the baseball game and then made it over here and standing through the first several innings of 4 innings of this one. That pitch was a ball. 1-1 the count to Flanagan. Hampton's pitch just misses inside. And with the fastball that time, count out 2-1. Two outs here in the fifth. Charlie checks the sign. And the pitch, that's off speed and to the backstop. I think that one may have slipped out of her hand. Way over the head of Beecham. Flanagan representing the tying run at the plate. And here comes Hampton's pitch. And it's low for ball 4. So the tying run is on base now for Morrison in the fifth. Audrey Warner to hit next. Against Hampton, Warner is the go-ahead run at the plate. Now Hampton still waiting on the signal from the dugout on the pitch. Now gets it ready to go. It's swung on, hit into right field. It's going to drop in front of Cisco for a hit. Runners around, second headed to third is Flanagan, and runners will be at the corners with 2 outs. A walk and a hit, and Morrison threatening to tie the game once again. Haley Vaughn trying to help her own cause. The pitcher is at the plate with 2 outs. Christina Clark has been masterful at working out of these jams so far this weekend, but now it's Hampton's turn. Charlie's pitch misses for a ball. Two and one, or 2-1 the score. 1-0 count to Vaughn here. The next pitch is high. 2-0. Here's the next one, swung on, popped up, right side, foul ground, and it's going to give out of play. Christina Clark was given chase over there. Ran out of room as it got just out. Checking the defense, it's Shaylin Midgley now at third base as Michaela Clark has moved to second and Christina is at first with Hampton pitching. Now the Lady Rebels, they're shading Vaughn the other way. Shading her to go the opposite way. Giving her a lot of room in left, and the pitch is low. Stealing second. Was the base runner. Now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. And 3-1 is the count to Haley Vaughn. The pitch swung on. Hit to left. Coming in is Babb, and she's got it for out number 3. Babb with the catch and left to end the 5th inning and the Morrison threat. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left in scoring position for the Lady Wildcats. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Silo breathing a little bit easier. Once again, a collective sigh of relief in Rebel Nation as the Lady Rebels continue to lead 2-1. Nine, 1, and 2 batters up for Silo here in the 5th, and Cash Atwood takes the first pitch high for a ball. Atwood had a single her last time that ended up leading to a run in the 3rd for the Lady Rebels. Here's the pitch. It's low, 2-0. Next one, and it misses outside for ball 3. That one's in there for a strike. And this one misses for ball 4. Atwood draws the leadoff walk in the 5th. As Vaughn may be tiring now. As much like Clark, she has thrown a ton of pitches over the last 3 days. Back to the top of the order in Shaylin Midgley. After the leadoff walk to Cash Atwood. Here's Vaughn's pitch. It's high and tight. 1-0. Here's the next one, 1-0 pitch, and it's low. Two and 0 the count to Midgley. Lady Rebels trying to add to the lead here in the 5th. As time is called. Go out and talk to Vaughn. Midgley talking to Coach Lawless. Two and 0 the count to the senior Shaylin Midgley. Here comes Vaughn's pitch, and it misses as well inside. It's 3-0. Silo would love some insurance here in the 5th inning. The next pitch, and it's taken for a strike. Midgley taking all the way there. 3-1. Atwood with good speed at first. And the pitch to Midgley, swung on and pulled foul. Past the third base coaching box. Count goes 3-2. To the UCO commit, Shaylin Midgley. The payoff pitch, swung on. It's a ground ball left side. Tough play in the hole. Shortstop not going to get over there in time. Midgley with the hit. And there's 2 on with nobody out. That one hit deep in the hole. It was a great job by the shortstop for Morrison to even get over there. Rupp. And knocked that one down, keep it from going into left field, but she had no chance of throwing Midgley out at first base. We got time called. The Morrison coach is out. Lady Rebels huddled around Coach Mike Lawless and Mike McDonald down there. Avery Beecham will be at the plate. Beecham probably could be a bunt candidate right here to try to move the runners over, but the problem with that is that will open up first base and would allow Morrison to walk Lexi McDonald if they so choose. And the pitch is in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher to keep that one from getting away. On the season, Beecham has 4 sacrifice bunts. In a big spot right here. The sophomore, the pitch. She takes it for a strike called. Infield was moving all over. Third baseman and first baseman were both more than halfway in at the plate. Second base was covering first, and the shortstop was at third. So the Lady Rebels are definitely trying to move the runners. Here's Beecham. She bunts. It's fouled. Poked at that one and fouled off the bunt. It's 1-2. Nobody out here in the 5th. Pitch home. It's bunted to the pitcher. She's going to third, and they get the force. Atwood is out at third on the force out. Beecham got the bunt down, but it went right to the pitcher. She couldn't be too precise there with 2 strikes. Brings up Lexi McDonald, and she swings and pulls the first pitch foul. So the senior up in a big situation right here. 2 on, 1 out. McDonald, the RBI leader on the team. See what she can do. She squares, pulls back, and she watches that pitch outside for a ball. I'd be shocked if Lexi bunted. Let's see, now the Lady Wildcats are going to shift. They're going to play Lexi to pull. She loves to go the other way, giving her a big gap out there in left center. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's outside. 2-1. Center fielder is playing over in the right center gap. Right fielder almost down the line, and in the left fielder about normal position in left. Here's the pitch. McDonald pulls foul. So 2-2 the count. They did manage to strike Lexi out once earlier. Just the second strikeout of the season. The 2-2 pitch from Vaughn. Swung on that changeup, and she yanks that one into the cheap seats down the right side. Foul. Way out in front of that changeup. See what the Lady Cats do now. Tight situation. The pitch from Vaughn, and it's taken by McDonald for a ball. That was close. Morrison crowd didn't like it. They wanted a strike called there. 3-2 the count. Interesting spot for Coach Mike Wallace. Does he put the runners in motion with his best hitter at the plate? And the pitch swung on. It is lined into the right field for a base hit. Here comes the runner around third. They'll score. And McDonald with an RBI single to tack on a run. It's 3-1. Midgley scores from second. And that leaves runners at the corners. A big insurance run there on an RBI hit from Lexi McDonald. (3-1) the score now as Charlie Hampton comes to the plate. Runners at the corners with still just one out. Beecham is at third. McDonald at first. Vaughn has the sign. Here's the pitch to Hampton. It's high. Now they're worried about Beecham at third base. I don't know if they'd even throw if Lexi decided to steal or not. On the season, 12 stolen bases for McDonald. (1-0) the count to Hampton. The pitch from Vaughn, and it's high for a ball, and there goes McDonald. They did not even attempt to throw to second. Lexi steals the bag at second. Actually, I believe that was called a strike, or it's 1-1 is the count to Hampton. So 2 runners in scoring position. See if Charlie can deliver again, and she bunts and foul. They had to squeeze on. Beecham was heading to the plate. And we saw a similar situation yesterday. Hampton fouled it off on the squeeze. And the very next pitch, she drilled one out of the park down the left field line. Actually, that was in the game on Thursday. Days running together with multiple games. But in a similar spot, 1-2 the count. Now to Charlie. She bunts, pops it up. The pitcher drops it. But having to go back was Beecham, and they get the out at first base. Oh, man. Beecham was halfway there, and she saw the pitch bunted into the air, popped up, and had to retreat, unaware that the pitcher was going to drop it. Has to hold it third. Now it's Michaela Clark in the big spot. 2 outs. They managed to get Hampton at first base. A pitch to Clark, low for a ball. These 2 runs would be huge for Silo to double the lead. Vaughn with the sign. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss by Michaela Clark. Vaughn got to be here heading toward 300 pitches on the weekend as well. The pitch swung on by Clark and fouled off the right side and out of play. Count 1-2 to Michaela. Trying to do something to get these runners home. 91 pitches in the game now for Vaughn. She is well over 300 on the weekend, and this one's pulled foul by Michaela Clark into the grandstand. Two. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch swung on. It's popped in the air right side, foul ground, and it's going to get out of play. The Morrison first baseman was given chase over there, but ran out of real estate. The count even at 2-2 with 2 outs as Clark spoiled another one. Now Vaughn's next pitch. It's high. Ball 3. The payoff pitch upstairs, ball 4. It's high. Oh, they say it's just ball 3. Well, I guess the home plate umpire says it was just ball 3. I could have swore that was ball 4. It's a full count still. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. And Vaughn gets out of trouble in the 5th, but not before Silo scores a run. They tack on a run. Couple of hits in the inning. Silo now leading 3-1 as we head to the 6th. We continue with more here on SiloRebels.tv. Two-run lead going to the 6th, and the Lady Rebels are going back to Christina Clark. She got a 1-inning break as Hampton pitched the 5th. Now they're going back to Clark here in the 6th. Defense shifts back around. Hampton back at 3rd, Midgley at 2nd, Michaela Clark at first base. Christina Clark, 72 pitches thus far. And she has allowed 1 unearned run on 4 hits, struck out 2, and hit 1. Kaylee Vate is the pitcher, or is the batter, excuse me. Silo gets a big run in the 5th on an RBI single by Lexi McDonald to lead 3-1. Just 6 outs away from a state championship. And they've gone back to Clark. Now the umpire doing some groundwork, and now we're ready to go. Here's Christina Clark's first pitch to Vate, and it's high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the next one. It's swung on. Hit in the air. Shallow center field. Coming in is Atwood. And she lunges and makes the catch. Basket catch by Atwood. Full sprint from center field. That one in shallow territory. And Atwood on the run lunges and makes the grab with the basket catch. There's one out. Next batter's Riley Hughes, and she watches the first pitch here outside for a ball. You're counting along at home. 5 outs to go for the Lady Rebels. And there's a pitch called a strike. Glad you're along with us tonight for this audio broadcast. SiloRebels.tv, free of charge. For those that couldn't make it, here's a comebacker to Clark. Throws the first in time. And the out recorded. There's 2 gone in the 6th. Laney Bossler steps to the plate for Morrison. Silo with a 6-5 edge in hits. Here's the pitch from Clark. It's upstairs. 1-0. Here's the next one, and it misses for a ball. Two and 0 the count. And there's a strike called from Clark. And there's one outside for ball 3. Three and 1. Clark's pitch swung on, ground ball left side. 2 hopper to McDonald. To throw to first, scooped out by Clark. She's out just in time. It bounced in. Michaela Clark scooped it out, and that ends the inning for Morrison. They go in order in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Silo leading 3-1 here in the 2A state championship. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lady Rebels with a 2-run lead, leading 3-1 over Morrison here in the Class 2A state championship game. And it's Bree again to lead off for Silo. Rebels would like another insurance run if they could get it, heading to the 7th. Again, to start things, she had a hit earlier, and she watches the first pitch. Haley Vaughn still out there in the circle for a strike call. She has gone the distance for Morrison in every game of the tournament, well over 300 pitches on the weekend. Here's the next offering, and it misses outside. She's going to have to ice her arm after this weekend. So count 1-1. The next pitch again, it's inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Now Vaughn taking too long getting the sign. Again, takes time, steps out. Now back in, ready to go. She's going to swing on the next pitch. Ground ball to short. Up with the shortstop, throw over in time to get Brieg in by a step at first base. Nice throw there by Rupp, the shortstop. There's one out here in the 6th. Next batter's Haley Cisco, the right fielder. And Vaughn's pitch to her is low. Haley had a hit earlier. Actually 1 for 1 in the contest. She was hit by a pitch. And the pitch is a strike called from Vaughn. Next one, ground ball hit to third. Up with it is the third baseman, the throw over, and it's in time. And Cisco, she stumbles and fell on her way to first base there. Now she's up and looks like she'll be all right. There's 2 outs. Rebel crowd anxiously awaiting the 7th. And that pitch to Savannah Babb is low for a ball. Silo 3 outs away from dual state championships. And there's one upstairs, 2-0. Next pitch, that one's low to Babb, 3-0. Here's one. Whoa. That looked like strike 1, but it's called a ball. The catcher thought it was a strike 2. She turned around and looked at the home plate umpire. Not sure if he just missed that one or what, but it's a 4-pitch walk to Savannah Babb, and she is aboard with Cash Atwood coming to the plate. Atwood's been pesky in the 9-hole tonight. She has a hit. Swung the bat pretty well. And she watches that pitch for a ball. Here's the next one, and it misses as well. 2-0 the count. To Cash Atwood, and she's going to, actually the catcher's going to take time, go out to talk to Haley Vaughn. Vaughn is just, I think she's just gassed. Over 100 pitches again tonight for Vaughn. She's been over the century mark in each of the first 2 games for Morrison. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and Atwood takes that one for a strike. Two and one, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next one swung on, popped up. Left side of the infield. Coming in as the shortstop, Rupp, and she'll make the catch for the 3rd out to retire Atwood. And we go to the 7th. Silo 3 outs away from their 2nd state championship. Going to the 7th, Christina Clark, the senior, back out there in the circle, trying to finish this off and win the state championship for Silo in her final appearance. The Southeastern commit. She's 3 outs away. Hopefully won't have as much dramatics as we saw in the baseball finals earlier when the Rebels had to win it on a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the first pitch of the 7th inning to Lakin Hicks. It's high for a ball. Clark with the next one. It's in there for a strike called. It's 1-1. Here's the next pitch. It just misses outside. Hicks squared, pulled back. The 2-1 pitch. It's bunted and foul. Two and two to Lakin Hicks. The next pitch from Clark, and that one just misses off the outside corner. The count goes full to Lakin Hicks. The payoff pitch, swung on, ground ball to short. McDonald up with it, over to first, and in time! There's one out. Hicks speedy down the line. McDonald had to get rid of it and did just beat her by half a step. There's one out in the 7th. Silo 2 outs away from another state title. Now Clark, she's waiting for something. Now the batter's going to step out. It's Paris Warner at the plate for Morrison. And she swings on the first pitch and fouls it back and out of play. I think Clark just soaking it all in. Taking her time in the circle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Popped up. Coming out is the catcher. Beecham, and it's off her glove. It's off her glove, and a runner is aboard. Warner reaches base on the pop-up in front of the plate. It bounces off the glove of Beecham. A runner is aboard. The tying run is at the plate for Morrison. I was kind of surprised that Clark just didn't try to come catch that herself. Getting in danger territory now for the Lady Cats, as it's going to be Kaylee Rupp at the plate, and we're at the 2-hole, and then coming to 3. First pitch popped up. Now coming in, Michaela Clark, and she drops it. Going to second for the out, however. Now they're going to discuss it. The runner had to hold. They're going to discuss whether that ball was fair when Clark touched it. Home plate umpire, first base umpire talking it over, and they're going to call the out. They're going to call the out. So the out is made. There's 2 outs. Morrison coach not happy. If it's fair, the throw went to second for the force. It's got to be an out. That's what they're telling him. It's got to be an out. Can't have it both ways. If it's fair, and they say the ball was fair when it bounced off the glove of Michaela Clark. So, Lady Rebels get a reprieve at the moment. There's 2 outs. 2 straight infield pop-ups in front of the plate. Here's the pitch from Clark, swung on and fouled off the right side by September Flanagan, the 3-hole hitter for Morrison. Leading hitter on the squad. Clark wants that softball back to pitch with. It's in the stands. They're trying to find it. They threw her a new one. She didn't want that. Now here it comes, back from the bleachers. Two outs. Silo 1 out away from a state title. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled, backing out of play. They are 1 strike away. 0-2 the count to September Flanagan. And Clark wants that, she wants that ball out of the stands, and there it comes. They throw it back in. Now the umpire's going to check it. Let's see why she likes it so much. No, now they're going to throw it out. He's taking it out. Going to make Clark throw a new ball here. Oh, 0-2 the count to Flanagan. Tying run at the plate for Morrison. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Silo crowd on its feet. In anticipation here, the next pitch. Check swing. Did she go? They say, yes, it's over. The Lady Rebels have won it. The Lady Rebels have won it. They are the 2021 state champs on the strikeout by Clark. Dual state titles for Silo today as they win baseball and softball, bringing them back to Silo from Oklahoma City. Clark with the strikeout to end it, and the Lady Rebels win it 3-1 over Morrison. Christina Clark's final batter face. She strikes her out. Fitting way to end a brilliant career in the circle, and she is very emotional out there right now. A fitting way to end it as Clark strikes out the final batter, and the Lady Rebels win it 3-1. See if we can shift the camera a little bit and get the post-game celebration. Glad you've been along with us tonight, or today and tonight on SiloRebels.tv as the Rebels and Lady Rebels win state championships on Championship Saturday in Oklahoma City. Looking at the final numbers from this one, Christina Clark, 6 innings, 1 run unearned on 4 hits. She struck out 3, including the final batter of the game. Walked nobody. Charlie Hampton with 1 inning in the middle. She allowed no runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and a walk. At the plate for Silo, they end up with 7 hits in the game. Shaylin Midgley with 1 of those. She scored 2 runs. Avery Beecham had a hit and an RBI, as did Lexi McDonald. Charlie Hampton with a hit and scored a run. Bree Ginn with a hit. Haley Cisco with a hit and an RBI. And let's see, Cash Atwood had a big hit as well in the contest. Lady Rebels win it, and they are the state champions. 3-1 over Morrison. Go ahead and let you watch the post-game celebration, if you would like. And that's going to about do it for our audio broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it today here on SiloRebels.tv. 2 dramatic endings as the Rebels win it 2-1 for the baseball state title on a walk-off home run. And the Lady Rebels win it 3-1 with Christina Clark's game-ending strikeout. That's going to about do it from Hall of Fame Stadium. I'm Kevin Farr saying so long until basketball season here on SiloRebels.tv.